All right, so this is what I have. This is a TiTan 4500. Okay, holds 4,500 pounds. And currently I have a Dakota frame sitting on top of it. And last weekend, I had a mishap when I was moving it around out in the driveway, which is a blacktop driveway, is this center section right there pulled apart, okay? And which, when that happens, that causes, because this bar keeps these two stands here parallel, okay? And right now it's kicked off to, it's kicked off to the side. So when I was moving it around, these two wheels, this wheel and that wheel, they were rocking back and forth, okay, the teeter, and all the weight was on that front wheel, and all the weight was on that front wheel, and both wheels are teetering back and forth. So that became a concern, big concern. It was really difficult getting this thing back in. So I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to chain fall this frame, take the weight up and put it up on the I-beam. Okay, I-beam sitting right there, boom. So I'm going to raise it up and take the weight off the rotisserie. Then I'm going to take a come along, I'm going to attach it here and there. I'm going to pull these two sections in so I could get these back together. But before I put them back together, the second thing I want to do is I'm going to take it all apart, and I'm going to put on the side of it inch marks with a Sharpie, inch marks on each one. So I know how far it is in here and over there, because as you see, stop it. Okay, as you see, those are set screws. When you get it where you want, you just crank it down and it holds it in place. Okay, this bar right here is actually pushed. It's not all the way in, but it's just out a little bit. And it could actually be out a little bit further. Then the next piece here, this one was fully extended, and I don't know how far it went in here. This is an external piece on both, and I don't know how much bar is on inside of each one. And on the last one here, the one that come out, okay, let me come over here and show you. All right, so if you look here, let me zoom real quick, hold on. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I had it tight at one time, but then that's loose, and I guess I had slid this bar out to need more inches. So I grabbed it here, and that's where it tightened down, so that's just where I left it, not knowing how much bar is inside, and that's where it's grabbing. So that only shows me that I was only in maybe 2 inches, and that was it. Okay, so what's fatal here, and let me zoom back out, hold on, zooming out, okay, and then this is sitting pretty straight. I can see that. That's not bad. All right, but it's the front one that really has taken the punishment, because there's I had the whole upper here, the front axle and all that. It was all here, so there was a lot of damn weight here that I cut out of here. So it had to spend 4,500 pounds, the full car, body, something more with an engine on or something, and this happened, yeah, it would have been really ugly. So I got lucky that it's just the frame, and I can fix this. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what we see now, is I've got the weight lifted up, okay? So the weight of the front end, not the back, just the front end is off the ground, and she's teetering. See how it takes off on its own. It's all right, let her find its happy medium. I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to compress the, get some come-alongs in here, and I gotta start pulling all this together. So I use a nylon strap. Let me get my pointer out. Pointer. I use a nylon strap right here, so not to scratch the paint or chip or anything like that. Brand new, no sense in chipping it. Here's my come along, okay, and nylon strap here, strung out. Here's my hook. Okay, so you can't see this, so it's pulled in just a little bit. I put a level on it and the bubble disappears, but this is kind of bent in, but we'll fix that in a second. But these wheels are on the ground. I had to lift the front end a little bit more in order. I put a level on this here, put a level on that, and just to get the bubble somewhat straight, I had to lift the weight off of it. So you can see it kind of teeters. That's the wheels. Okay, so it's still sitting on that wheel right there, but we'll deal with that in a few minutes. So I pulled them together. So now I'm going to disconnect the center, put my inch marks on it, and put her back together. Okay, so I brought them all up here, and I put them in 2-inch increments, okay, on the sides, and then I did them on the opposite sides over there, so I could stand at one side and see both measurements. Okay, so now it's time to put it back together. A little bit winded, but let me show you something. Okay, so it's all together, it's tight. You can see how, if you looked at, it's 20, 18, 16, so it's on the 14-inch mark. And this is the last piece. And this one here looks like the 12, oops. Looks like it'd be the 12 mark, okay. These two don't get marked because they have a set screw. Over here, setting at 14. Come on. 12 mark, that's on 14. Now it's perfectly set. Perfectly centered up between the two, and that tells me I got 2 feet inside. Damn it, I got 2 feet inside the first section. I got 1 foot inside that second section on both ends, so there's enough meat there for it to grab. All right, so now it's time to bring this back down, and that's looking straight up. Okay, let me bring it down and I'll be right back. So all the rigging is off. It's on its own suspension, and my wheels are all on the ground. She moves nice and freely, and I'm not worried about that thing coming apart now. Nope. I got a good handle on it. So I would say that was a successful move. So what I'm just going to suggest to the TiTan guys is they should implement the measurements on there, because that was extremely handy and helpful, especially for one person to do it. He or they could just sit right there in the middle and just move it from one side to another, and just determine how many inches are in one side, one the other. But yeah, most definitely number the sides. Something I did was right here, since this piece here is two fixed bolts, there's nothing in there. This is a halfway mark, so you could actually measure from your part 46 to part 46. Let them do the math, and here's your halfway mark. The instructions do not cover this part. You gotta guess your way through. All right, there you go. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, If so, like, what did they say? Yeah, like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So I'm not part of the hero. Here's my dog. She's always in the way. She makes a point of always being in the way. I have to show her where I'm going to walk, so she makes sure she lays right there. Anyway, I'm done. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.